Hello, welcome back to the fifth quarter. We're here today to talk about Monday night's, I guess, less than scintillating 16-13 Steelers overtime. It was an overtime game.
It was an overtime game, but it was still a great cure for insomnia. I think both teams set offense back about 20 years with some of the things they did. But
you know
they did what they needed to do.
Right. They both played pretty well defensively, I thought. The Steelers, if it hadn't been for that the one 30-some yard pass play on the 4th and 13 late in the fourth quarter, they would have won in regulation, but they gave up the play, and the Chiefs got the field goal and took it to overtime, and then the one turnover. Everyone thought it was going to be a turnover fest. It was the first Chiefs turnover of the game.
Well, the Chiefs were hoping they could finally get through a game unscathed with the turnovers, but that didn't happen, and it came back to bite them again. That's why they're 1-8.
Right, exactly, and that's they came into the game with 29 turnovers, far and away first in the league in turnovers. They did manage to accomplish a few things in this game. They grabbed their first lead. They grabbed their first lead in regulation of the season. They ran the ball for 100 yards, I'm pretty sure.
And they kept picking on that one side of the line. What was going on over there with Ziggy Hood and Lamar Woodley?
They ran right at They
really did.
Ziggy. And that's something that they're going to have to get better at, because, coming up next week, I'm sure the Ravens, it's on film.
You're going to get a dose of Ray Rice because of that. But the big thing is the injuries.
Yes,
losing Roethlisberger, and it doesn't look good.
No.
For at least a couple of games.
Right. I would think, and I'm not a doctor. No one ever accused me of that. But without any medical expertise, I would say it's an SC sprain, which stands for sternoclavicular sprain. It is basically a stretching or a tearing of the ligament connecting the sternum to the clavicle. That happened on a sack by Tamba Hali and another Chiefs player, Justin Houston.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
First series of the third quarter, and Ben obviously did not play the rest of the game. Byron Leftwich, not Baron Batch, came in, and I guess I was mixing up my quarterbacks.
Yes, you were, and running backs.
Wow. Yeah. So just for clarity's sake, it was Byron Leftwich who replaced Roethlisberger. Of course, Charlie Batch was deactive, so that kind of simplifies the choice. And moving forward, Coach Tomlin said at his press conference it will be Byron Leftwich as the starter if in fact Ben cannot play.
Well, the quarterback is one thing. The other thing is the concussion by Ryan Clark.
Yes.
Once again, that's his second in three games.
Yeah.
And he tweeted today that he was feeling fine, but you still have to pass a battery of tests in order to play, and that is a big loss because you're already playing without Troy Polamalu back in that
and Ryan
spot.
There was talk coming into this game that Ben was up for probably at least in the conversation for MVP. Ryan Clark, really has played a great season, has had a good season so far. You hate to see him go down, and he really became a leader back there in the absence of Troy Polamalu, and was playing some pretty good football.
So we'll have to see. That'll play out as the week goes on. I guess the best thing you can really say about this game with Kansas City is it wasn't a loss.
Right, because it was a win.
The running game wasn't there. No. They didn't do a lot, but they did what they needed to do, and it would have been a lot worse if it was an L instead of a W.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. So, one last minute here to go. I don't know if there's anything that jumps out at you from this game, George. Stats-wise, pretty much your standard. I guess we probably we should at least mention Mike Wallace's very acrobatic circus type between the knees touchdown reception.
It was definitely a highlight film catch for him. And they need a few more of those. They're going to need a few more of those moving forward right now. So, a win is a win, and we move forward.
Yep, move on from there. Next up, of course, this coming Sunday night, the Baltimore Ravens coming to town for the first of two games in a 3-week period between those two AFC North Division rivals. But that's for the next show. We will wrap up this edition of the fifth quarter. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.